Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So obviously there's plenty of speculation about why Lewis is leaving Mercedes going to Ferrari. The truth of it is, only Lewis knows why he's leaving Mercedes and announcing it now and moving to Ferrari. I can think of so many reasons why it's a good move. Straight away, if you look at the Ferrari share price, you can see why it's definitely a good move for Ferrari. And Lewis, whether you like it or not, he is a major player in the sport of Formula One. And he knows deep down he has impact. And this is also a business move, not just about his career, but clearly it's a business move. Can you imagine how huge his brand is going to be aligned with Ferrari? The whole passion, the mystique, the Ferrari fans, the Scuderia, it's just going to go absolutely ballistic. That aside, from a racing driver's point of view, any of you who've done karting or any kind of motor racing, you know what it means when you've got the right equipment under you. Now, without a shadow of a doubt, for the next year, Red Bull is still going to have it. They've got Adrian Newey. They're still going to have it. Now, looking at the previous seasons, which car qualified just as well as the Red Bull across the majority of the different circuits? The Ferrari did. Charles Leclerc, absolutely, fast as hell over one lap. Is he aggressive enough? Can he really fight against Max Verstappen? Well, in the karting days, Max Verstappen used to bully him, and he does it in Formula One. You've either got it up here to get your shoulders out or you haven't. That's my personal opinion. So you put that Ferrari in the hands of someone who's got that old school aggression, the old Senna aggression, and will not allow you to push them around, you might just have something that can beat the Red Bulls. So personally, I'm thinking right now, Lewis understands this formula, understands this whole hybrid technology, the current rules and all the rest of it. At the end of beginning of 2025, there's going to be a whole new set of rules. So, he's going to be in a really strong position at the beginning of that season with a completely clean slate and a brand and that has the capability to deliver the right car for the right driver. Unfortunately, Mercedes, with where they finished the last season, it's not possible in an industry that moves as quickly as Formula One does for them to make up how bad they were last year on some of those circuits. They were finishing 20, 30 seconds behind the Red Bulls on some circuits. 20 to 30 seconds in Formula One is, well, in our pace of life, that's like finishing 6 months behind the guy who finished first. It's just not feasible. And they cannot make that up in one, shall we say, okay, they tried to make headway last year, they didn't. They've got this break now to try and make headway. They won't fill that gap in that short period of time. So potentially he's looking at it thinking, I've got another year of pain. I don't think I want to take another year of pain after this. And how many more years do I have in the sport unless I've got equipment or I can see a pathway that my future looks bright? So for me, I think it's a genius move. I think he's potentially achieved as much as he can achieve at Mercedes. Reading between the lines, I don't know how much longer Toto's got at Mercedes. He's got a family. He can't be in that position forever. He needs to lead his life and live his life. So I don't know whether the conversations that they've had privately together, who knows whether he knows Toto's path. And does he want to be at Mercedes under a new team director? Probably not. They have a really special relationship. And I know it's coming out as a bit of surprise, and Toto's making this announcement that it's taken him by surprise. I don't think so. But anyway, we'll see. We'll never know. We will never know. Formula One is a very complicated game of chess being played by some very, very intelligent people. So, I wouldn't be surprised what goes on behind the scenes. It's motor racing. It's not always as clean cut as we see it. We are not privy to know what's going on. Either way, It's massively exciting. I think there's a door open potentially for Vettel to come back. He's realised he's made a bit of a boo-boo. He needs to come back now, or it's going to be never. You lose the sharpness. Look what happened to Schumacher when he came back after a spell out. He jumped in a Mercedes, and everyone was all over him. I think he needs to jump in pretty quick if he's going to make an impact in his towards the end of his career again. Basically, just my two penny worth. If you look at the cars that were the most slippery, I would say Ferrari was definitely, after the Red Bull, a slippery bloody car around the circuits. It just looks quick. It just looks slippery, sleek, agile. It looks light. And when a car looks light, it's fast. The Mercedes the last few years hasn't looked light. It hasn't looked slippery. It's looked a bit heavy and bloated, and it's proved to be. And the guys, depending on the circuit, were able to get varying levels of success out of them. George did fantastically well, but a seven-time world champion can't match what the new guy's doing in the same equipment. Got to be something wrong there. You don't go from 7 world titles to being shit overnight. So, there's more to this than meets the eye. And I think it's a brilliant move. I think Lewis is gonna just blow up from a career point of view. I think his brand is going to be exponentially exposed to a new market. Not that he wasn't already, but I think he's just going to blow up. Either way, it's a win-win for him to end his career in the Ferrari red. It's just a dream come true. I'm so pleased for him. It's just a dream. And if he's fast as well and he can dominate, we could see Lewis do another 5-6 years. He'll be untouchable. That will permanently cement him in history as the best that we know he's capable of being. So watch this space. Formula One is back on the map, and I'm going to be watching it again. I'm not cancelling my subscription. I'm going to contact them now and say, look, change my mind. I'm sticking around. I think you should too.